This is the front of Judge Beckett's property. It's enormous. It looks very luxurious, Holmes. This man has conducted his career brilliantly. Who says that crime doesn't pay? It all depends upon for whom.
You never said a truer word, Watson. Now, let's try to find a way in.
What's that package you are carrying, Holmes? You haven't said a word about it all the way here.
Cakes for my old aunt.
Your old aunt? Stop pulling my leg, Holmes.
If you want a sensible answer, then you should ask a sensible question.
Very well. I'm going to ring the doorbell. That should be an appropriate task for someone like me.
No, leave it. I'll do it.
No reply. The house seems empty. Shall we wait, Holmes?
No, we shall enter discreetly. The judge's absence is a blessing. It means that we can investigate without being disturbed.
You're thinking of breaking into the judge's house? Have you gone mad, Holmes?
Don't worry, I shall be careful to remove any traces of our visit.
Listen to yourself, Holmes. You're talking like a common criminal.
Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson, how nice to see you again. Do you remember me?
Of course, Miss Lucy. How could anyone forget so pretty a smile? You are looking lovely.
Watson, we have things to do.
Holmes, you remember Lucy? We met her during our last investigation in Whitechapel, on the trail of Jack the Ripper.
I remember only the essential details of the case.
This brief meeting has been very pleasant, but sadly, I must leave you, my dear Lucy.
I'll see you soon, Doctor.
This lock should be easy to pick. Let's see. I need a supple pin, Watson. Can you find me one?
Very well, Holmes. Ah, Lucy, you have no idea how heart-lifting it is to meet you here like this, particularly at this time. Tell me what you've been doing. You've become a florist.
Oh yes, Doctor, I am a florist. And I'm married now with beautiful little twin girls.
Congratulations, Lucy.
Enough about me. Can I help you with something? A pretty bouquet, perhaps?
Not at the moment, Lucy. I really need a supple metal stem. A plant prop should do.
Oh, I see. Is it to open a door or a window?
Aha, Lucy, you are a surprising lady. Let's just say that the lock on the door to my flat gets stuck, and I should like to get in through the window.
In that case, a prop wouldn't work. Better to use a hair grip. It's the ideal tool for an honest man who wants to get into his house without going in through the door.
You are wonderful, Lucy.
Goodbye, Doctor.
I need a supple pin, Watson. Can you find me one?
Very well, Holmes. Here you are, Holmes.
Perfect. This lock should be easy to... That's not right. That's not right. Good, we can pass. Here's the kitchen. There's enough room to feed a dozen people in here.
Yes, according to the newspaper, the judge's wife also feeds her pupils, in addition to teaching them.
Cooking oil. There's something interesting here. An oar lock. This isn't the place for it.
This classroom is magnificent. These children are very lucky.
This is a photo of the judge and his wife. This photograph was taken on Judge Beckett's wedding day.
Can you hear that small metallic sound? There is something inside there.
This is a photo of the judge and his wife. The clock points to 6 p.m. Interesting. The most romantic evening of my life, in the heat of Bombay. There is some connection between... Perfect. Big Ben. The judge got married in London, and early in the morning, as it is just 10 a.m. Perfect. There we are. It is simplicity itself. A key. A book about student organizations in the United States of America. This plan is useless. This overall belongs to the young James. Sweet papers fallen from a pupil's overall pocket.
The door handle has been removed. It's a sweet box, probably for rewarding good pupils. The blackboard shows the last lesson given to the children, ancient Greek.
This screw is stuck. It is preventing the picture from turning. This plan is useless.
This woman is admirable. As she was unable to have children of her own, she decided to care for hundreds of others.
Perfect. An oarlock.
The door.
This plan is... This screw is stuck. Please take note, Watson.
We are making headway. How do we know what this means? There are naughty children in every school, from what I can see.
There is no point in visiting the upper floors. We know from the newspapers that this building is deserted, so there is no risk of anyone coming down and surprising us. This room is...
It would be better not to...
You're right. This plan is... This screw...
The door...
One of the Greek books is open, perhaps the subject of the last lesson. Everything points to someone who does not wish us to open this cabinet, which is a good enough reason for opening it. Well, the young James has stolen the handle to the sweet cupboard so that he can pilfer it whenever he likes. If we find his desk, we will find the handle.
It's a plan of the classroom.
Thanks to this plan, we will know which desk belongs to James. All right, let's open James's desk. Perfect.
It's a... It would be better not to force this door, nor break a window. Judge Beckett could return at any moment.
You're right, but he surely must have left a spare, with somebody he trusts, of course.
We are in the judge's private office, Holmes. What are you going to do? Turn everything upside down?
That is a distinct possibility. I will not leave until I have found what I am looking for.
A desire to cook.
Greek letters. Copy them down, dear fellow.
Very well, Holmes. Don't forget your cakes when we leave, Holmes.
Of course, Watson. An oarlock. It must be a souvenir. Beckett, honorary member. This must be the symbol of an organization to which the judge belongs. Look at this symbol. It must surely be very important to Judge Beckett. The judge used to row. A souvenir from the University of New York. That's the university where Judge Beckett studied. The young Beckett and his friends rowing. Blind justice. From whence his ignorance? Amusing. This door is very solid, and there's no lock.
The best thing to do is to carry on exploring this place, Holmes. This gentleman certainly likes oars, to the point of exhibiting them in his office.
The list of symbols of the American universities. The list of symbols of the American universities. I can make out a mechanism at the bottom of each of these holes. These oars can turn. Watson, this really is the most ingenious system. It controls the opening mechanism.
Very ingenious. But do we need to enter? Judge Beckett is very rich, and the room perhaps only holds valuable objects which he wishes to protect from thieves.
Doors are made to be opened, my dear fellow. Nothing but trophies. The judge must be very proud of them. Nothing of interest here. A Habano Clarissimo cigar. I am missing I am This note must surely be very important to Judge Beckett. I am missing. I am missing. The list of this note. I need.
Well done, Holmes. Incredible. Masses and masses of files. Holmes, these files, these cards, these reports, they're all about you.
So it would seem.
Your whole career is mapped out here, investigation by investigation. Look, a detailed report about your work in Whitechapel during the Ripper affair. And there, your relationship with a certain A. Lupin. And here, the details of your methods and transcriptions of your conversations with the greatest violent criminals. My God, look at the titles of the files. Fraud, deception, corruption, forgery, murder. What does it all mean?
Quiet. Let me concentrate.
Concentrate? This judge has the reputation of being the most honest in the kingdom, and he has built an overwhelming pile of documents as high as Big Ben about you, and you talk of concentration? To open his chest to what end?
Quiet.
Holmes, answer me. What is the real reason for our being here? Did you know what we were going to find before we came here?
Evidently.
So that is the real reason behind this break-in. You're only interested in the contents of the chest. All the rest of it was nothing more than lies and manipulation.
The most important is the one in the chest, Watson. There, I have what I came for.
Show me the file, Holmes.
It is unnecessary, Watson.
It's a file about you, isn't it? Is it so compromising that you don't dare show it to me? You came here to steal the research about you carried out by Judge Beckett, Holmes. It was the only thing that interested you.
We'll see about that later. We must put everything back in its place. No one must know that we've been here. Help me. Go and put the paddles back into their original position, and I'll deal with the rest.
But that's the plan of my flat. I mean, our flat.
Quick, Watson, we must get out of this house. Immediately.
What? But
Be quick, man, it's urgent.
because of you, we have to flee like common criminals, which it seems we have now become. I only hope that the game is worth the risk. Show me the file right now.
Let's find a cab as quickly as possible. We can't stay here.
Why are you in such a hurry? Wait! Look over there! Judge Beckett! Yes, it's him. Let's go and talk to him.
It's too late.
Do as you wish, Holmes, but I need to hear an explanation about what was in that armored room. I'm going.
No, stay here. That's an order.
Your giving orders changes nothing. I'm going to talk to Judge Beckett, and you will not stop me.
Watson! Watson! Are you all right?
My God! What happened? Lucy! Oh, Lucy, poor girl. I must do something. Holmes, I need your help here.
Forgive me, Watson, but I'm afraid that I must leave now.
Leave? What the devil do you mean? Holmes, come back here! Holmes! Holmes! Are you here? Show yourself! No one. Perhaps it is just as well. I don't know what my reaction to him would have been. How dreadful. That poor Miss Lucy hanging between life and death. Luckily, I was able to place her in good hands. But how the devil did Holmes know that a bomb was about to go off? And what's more, he seems to have taken advantage of the tragedy. No more Judge Beckett, no more compromising documents, no more proof. There is nothing at all. The paper Holmes used to wrap that mysterious package that he left at the judge's house just a few minutes before the explosion. Aha! Toby, who knows where Holmes is. Kurtz's pipe. So Holmes took it with him. I wonder if he would have fired at those fiends in the opium den. A few days ago, such doubts would never have crossed my mind, but today I find myself asking if he could have killed in cold blood. A fountain pen, just like the rat killers. Today, that dangerous maniac is free. And what's more, it is Holmes's fault. That inquiry at Westgate was a total failure. No, I don't want to go to bed yet. I must wait for Holmes. Locked. How dreadful! These events have shattered my nerves. I should sleep for a few hours, or at least I should try.
Doctor! There you are. I was poisoned.
By whom?
Ah, you know him very well. Such a clever man. A brilliant mind, but so evil. He has hurt so many of us.
Who are you talking about? Holmes?
So hot. Flames. The heat is unbearable. Walter, I beg you. Where is he, the devil?
One day he will have to answer to a higher power. Oh, I need air. I need water. Ease my pain.
Who did this to you?
Dr. Watson!
Is that Lucy? Lucy, you are wounded.
I can't find my children, Doctor. Find them for me. But I beg you, keep them away from Mr. Holmes.
Lucy, no. Why do you say that? Let me help you.
You are so kind. It is too late for me, but you can still save yourself.
Holmes, I know you were in there. Holmes, open this door immediately.
I think that I would rather not.
Tell me the truth, Holmes. I need to know. You have no right to keep the truth from me. Tell me.
I am sorry, Watson.
Open this door, or I will break it down.
Do what you like. The door is not locked.
What are you doing? No, Holmes! No, it is impossible. What's going on?
Police!
Yes,
Open!
just one moment, I'm coming.
Dr. Watson, is Mr. Holmes here?
Inspector Baines, what?
Is he here or not?
No, I do not believe so.
Open the door, quickly. You're going to have to come with me, Doctor. We have a lot of questions to ask you about your relationship with Sherlock Holmes, and also regarding your movements early yesterday evening.
It's empty, Inspector.
Get dressed. We're leaving in 2 minutes.
Yes, I'm coming. I'll do all I can to help you. I would also like to find the answers to some of my own questions.
Sergeant, I'd like you to stay here with some of your men and search the place from top to bottom. If there is one clue here that will lead me to him, then I want you to find it. Doctor, you must understand that I am sorry about this situation, but if, as we believe, Holmes is a murderer, I won't hesitate to arrest him.
What did you say? A murderer?
You heard me, Doctor. The Bishop's murderers informed us that they were following orders from Sherlock Holmes.
Baines and his men have ransacked the place during my interrogation at Scotland Yard. I would never have imagined that I should be put through such an ordeal. I have always fought on the side of justice, but to be interrogated for hours like a common criminal, having to proclaim my innocence over and over again. Baines is convinced that Holmes is guilty, but who can blame him? Everything seems to point to him. I had thought that the worst was behind me, but here I am, as a suspected accomplice. All I need to do is to find Holmes, and when I find him, I'll decide. I'm going to search the flat. Perhaps Baines overlooked some clues. This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes. This disguise... Aha! Toby, who knows where Holmes is. This Baines's men have more or less spared my bedroom. How kind of them. Ugh, what a smell! It reeks of tobacco. This disguise... This is what Holmes was wearing yesterday. Holmes has left his tweed suit here. So, he came back to change after he left me in front of Judge Beckett's house, just after the explosion. Knowing that Scotland Yard is looking for him, he will likely have changed into one of his disguises. I just need to know which one. The best thing to do is proceed by elimination. I will use the wardrobe in the sitting room to reconstruct them. Holmes's tobacco. A hole. There must be a false bottom. I need something thin to prise it up. A photo of Irene Adler, the woman, according to Holmes. A letter addressed to Zachariah Dossett, the clergyman. But what is that doing here? It's a rent reminder. But why should Holmes be concerned about that? Another letter, this one for a certain Escott. Who could that be? This J. Escott must be a worker in the building. A letter addressed to a clerk of the court. Why in heaven's name has Holmes got that? This letter is addressed to a naval captain. My goodness. All these carefully hidden envelopes were addressed to Holmes under various identities. The addresses are therefore those of his hiding places. Holmes has never told me about them. I suppose that he goes there regularly and discreetly to pick up his mail. I cannot waste precious time by going to each of these addresses. I must refine my research. Holmes's Victoria Cross. I must collect all the pieces of Holmes's disguises and assemble them in the wardrobe in the sitting room. I must put the right name to the right disguise. I must put. I must put I must put. I must put. There. It seems that something in the... There, the entire outfit. Perfect. Now I know what Holmes looks like, and I know where to search for him. Let me take a look at the map. It would be better if I took some money before leaving. One can buy a lot of things with notes in Whitechapel. My money! Someone has emptied my wallet. I always keep a little money in it. The police can't have stolen it. It's impossible. Last night I was too tired to think. But now I have to face the truth. Holmes stole my money, like any common low-down scoundrel. Good. I've got the address of Holmes's hideout, 6 Bucks Row. Well, here it is. It looks like a boarding house. I can't knock on all the doors. Holmes will hear me and escape. As I've the advantage of surprise, I'd better use it.
Oh, but I know you. You with the moustache. I met you back when Jack was cutting up all those girls around here. So you've come back to do some slumming?
Danny, you are no longer, you've given up the
The game? Yes, my dear, I've given it up. Sorry, are you? I'm the manager of this boarding house now. I rent out rooms.
That is exactly why I am here. I'm looking for someone who...
He's not here.
You don't even know who I'm talking about.
Perhaps not, but he's not here anyway. You should understand that my tenants come here for peace and quiet. Quiet and discreet, my hotel is. Just like me. And I, Danny the Anvil, 11 times champion of male wrestling in Whitechapel, I guarantee their peace and quiet.
I really must insist. It's very important. Dear lady, I'm a biographer and also an artist. Your hotel is quite exceptional. I would like to put it on canvas and perhaps write about its history, which I'm sure must be fascinating.
If you're drunk, you better go and sober up somewhere else.
You are so very unique. I would like you to permit me to sketch your portrait.
My port? Portrait? What for?
What for? But to immortalize the champion that you are, of course. All the great wrestlers are doing it these days, even Pudding, Nutcracker, Stomping Jenny.
Yeah, that's true. If those big cows can have theirs done, why not me?
Oh, yes, I forgot to mention. I'm looking for a friend who might be one of your lodgers. He could help me.
I thought so. Go on, get out of here, you butter squirt, else you'll get what's coming to you.
Dear,
If you...
you... What for?
Yeah?
The light here isn't good for artwork. Let me see some of your rooms. Perhaps we will find a better light, without disturbing your tenants, of course.
Don't worry about that. Most of them are out this time of day. And if they're not happy about it, I'll explain it to them gently, if you see what I mean.
I'm sure that they will understand at once.
Yeah, come on then.
Here would be perfect. A splendid place. Ah, I've just had a wonderful idea. Why don't I paint your portrait with you wearing your stage costume?
What?
Yes, I think it would be difficult for me to capture you correctly if you are dressed in your everyday clothes. They are too elegant.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna be great. And it will remind me of the old days. Oh, but I left my costume with a pawnbroker so that I could buy some of that lovely pear-smelling perfume.
Yes, I remember. Very well, off you go. While I'm waiting, I shall concentrate and soak up the atmosphere here.
All right, but don't touch anything. The bloke that rents this room isn't very easy going. You'll have enough time. The pawnbroker's shop isn't close by.
What a mess. That's Holmes all right. A microscope. A pipe. And judging by the smell, Holmes has used it recently. Analyzing material. Liquid reagents, a large quantity of it, the same as at Baker Street. Holmes uses it for cleaning objects before he analyzes them. Holmes's coat and deerstalker. These crystal glasses are magnificent. Dirty water. Holmes must have washed something here. A sheet of blotting paper. A few files, books about criminal cases. The books Holmes usually reads. Tobacco, and a lot of it. There is no doubt about it. Everything would suggest that Holmes has been using this hiding place for a long time. A violin. Holmes often plays. It helps him to think. But it's out of tune and the sound is horrible. Holmes must have become annoyed with it. That happens quite often. Each of these scores bears a piece of music by a different composer. Holmes wanted to learn them all. There's Mozart, Beethoven, Paganini. A nice plant. I'm surprised that Holmes has taken care of it. I'm discovering new sides to his personality. This pot is empty. Apparently, Holmes is packing his suitcase. This suitcase is closed with handcuffs, which in turn are attached to the sofa. These handcuffs are extremely solid. You need a code as well as a key to open them. Apparently, this suitcase... Holmes must have smoked his pipe while reading the newspaper. pipe. And judging by the smell, Holmes has used it recently. As for the newspaper, it's only one page, with a curious article containing musical notes. This is what Holmes was reading without any doubt. Why? What do these notes mean? Even if the note... These crystal glasses might help me reproduce the notes in the newspaper. Dirty water. These crystal glasses might help. Each of these scores, even if the notes on the page are simple, this untuned violin isn't going to help me reproduce them. I know that music. It's Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. There, I found the score corresponding to Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. There is a strange stain on it. I must examine this stain more closely. Dirty water. This stain hides an inscription. It wasn't there by any accident. I need a reagent for cleaning the stain. A sheet of blotting paper. Liquid reagents, a large quantity of it, the same as at Baker Street. Holmes uses it for cleaning objects before he analyzes them. This reagent is too strong. I'm afraid it will eat the paper away at the same time as the stain. I'll have to dilute it with something. Good. The reagent is weaker now. Earth. Holmes must have washed his hands here. Therefore, he must have been searching in the soil. In this flat. But where? I'll have to clean all this up now. A number. A number. A number. These handcuffs are something. There's soil here. Let's do the same as Holmes. Search. A key. These handcuffs are extremely... Excellent. I've found the key to the handcuffs. Open. A train ticket for the London suburbs. For tonight. But if Holmes wishes to escape, surely he would travel further than that. Ah, there you are. I've got you.
Hey, what do you want?
That's enough. Take off that disguise.
What disguise?
I beg your pardon, young man.
In a moment, madam. Stop playing around. I've seen through you. You're going to have to give me some straight answers now.
I don't know who you are or what you want, but leave me alone now!
I think you are mistaken, young man.
Your ridiculous accent and your filthy clothes don't fool me, Holmes. And what on earth have you been eating? Your breath could kill an ox at 10 paces.
Right, that's it! You're gonna get a thrashing of your life!
Calm down, Mr. Hooper. I think that this young man may have mistaken you for somebody else. He obviously does not have a good memory for faces.
On the contrary, madam, everything is crystal clear to me.
Really? Well, in that case, follow me, young man. I want to show you something.
What? But, madam, please, what are you...
Calm down, Watson. It's me.
Holmes?
You were almost brilliant, Watson, but once again your last step was too wide. Take comfort in the fact that your finding this address was admirable enough.
Why are you out here if it's not for hiding from Scotland Yard? I demand an explanation.
You are in no position to demand anything.
I found you once, Holmes. You can be certain that if you give me the slip, I'll do it again, and next time I'll return with Baines and his men.
I have absolutely no intention of leaving.
Truly? So what does this train ticket mean? It's a ticket for this evening.
You managed to open my suitcase?
Enough of your lies, Holmes.
As a matter of fact, then yes, I am leaving tonight.
We are leaving tonight. I'm not going to let you vanish again.
Very well, follow me if you so wish, but I should warn you that there is little chance of us both coming back alive.
I won't leave you for a second, and I accept the risk.